Someone sounds cheerful.
Why not? It's better than being as miserable as sin.
Makes you happy then, does it? You and your mates smashing up the Black Bull in Hotton?
Oh, don't exaggerate, Kathy. Me, Mark and Rachel just had a bit of a dust-up, that's all.
Oh, yeah. And Elsa feeling them?
Oh, I see. Big sister's keeping an eye on little brother now, is she?
And, look, Nick, everything washed up all right?
Any road, it was all sorted out in no time. There's no problem. And if the Woolpack had facilities for young people, there'd be no need to go into Hotton at all.
I thought you delivered Amos an ultimatum.
Yeah, well, we did. For what good it'll do. Hey, Kath, get off, will you? Make your own. Hey, what's for tea tonight?
No idea. I won't be here.
What? You mean you're actually going? Just because some mad woman who reckons to be in touch with the dead says she's got a message from Jackie?
It's my business, Nick. Nobody else's.
Oh, well. You're not trying to tell me that you actually believe in all that rubbish, though?
If I don't go and see for myself, I won't know what to believe, will I?
Oh, well. Someone's got to stop you from making a fool of yourself. You know what Mum would say if she was here? She'd go spare.
Well, she's not here, is she?
Is there anybody there?
And don't forget, Nick, do the washing up before you go out. See ya.
Well, that's what I told her. But you know what Sylvia is. Look, see you this evening then, Philip. 7:30? So am I. We'll have a nice, quiet, relaxing evening. Bye.
My God, have you seen this?
Oh, yes, Jack. I often steam open your letters, especially the ones marked Hot Magistrates Court, private and confidential.
The problem we had with the slurry pollution, we've been fined £1,200. In the absence of the offender, it was adjudged at the sum of £1,200.
Have you seen the state of your boots?
I'm running a farm, Sarah, not a lady's hairdresser's. Did you hear me? 1,200 quid.
Oh, lovely. Not only will Philip Rayner think we're living in a pigsty, he'll also think I'm shacking up with a criminal.
It's a dead blooming liberty. 1,200.
It's not going to get any less by repeating it. Now shift.
Well, they needn't think they're going to get away with it. I shall write. Maybe you could write for me. You're good at nasty letters.
Of course, dear. Shall I decorate the kitchen at the same time? Whitewash the missile, perhaps?
Who's Philip Rayner, anyway?
Philip Rayner is my boss, and he's coming for dinner tonight.
What, here?
Here.
You look really cute with the vacuum and the duster. Just like a proper farmer's wife.
Ah, morning, Nick. The Tate's about.
They're away. Gone buying horses, I was told.
Oh, really?
Ask no questions, that's my motto.
Lord of the Manor getting up your nose, too.
No, I never said that.
No, you don't have to. We all know the Frank Tates of this world.
Oh, yeah. By the way, how did Elsa get on? Good, isn't she?
Elsa?
Yeah. Elsa Feldman, the employment training job. You did give it to her.
Ah, yes, her. No, you're wasting your time trying to help her, young man. She's comes from a very peculiar family. They always have been.
Not with you?
Well, she just didn't seem to want the job. And the young today just don't really want to work. They're bone idle, a lot of them.
You mean she turned it down? Yeah, but why?
Oh, I see. You mean I should have asked your permission before I invited my boss to dinner?
I'm not saying that at all.
I seem to recall we signed a so-called contract. You lead your life and I lead mine.
We did, look.
I lead mine when I'm not clearing up after you, that is, and trying to do my own job, and generally going round the twist.
If I can just get a word in. All I'm saying is that I can't guarantee I'll be here for dinner. I've got 101 things to do out there. With the AI man's due, I've got lambing to prepare for, and at least 3 calves waiting to be born. Be reasonable, woman.
Please don't address me as woman. I will not be called woman in front of Robert. Skivvy, perhaps, or domestic. But I draw the line at woman.
Sorry.
Right. I shall cook dinner for Philip and me on the understanding that you stay well clear and do nothing to ruin our evening. If you so much as set foot in this... Right. I shall go upstairs and then I'll be leaving for work. I trust you can clear up after your child.
Expecting company?
Oh, just having a clear out. Surprising the amount of junk you accumulate.
This is for the Hotton job this morning and the Southampton run tonight.
Cheers.
I hope I've made myself perfectly clear the other day.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Carrying a passenger to anywhere, and for whatever reason, is dead against company policy.
I know that.
Good. I should hate it if I was unable to employ you in the future.
Won't disappear just looking at it, Amos.
No, I'm just thinking there's a lifetime in here, Mr. Wilkes. Me mother's old whatnot, Uncle Arthur's umbrella stand, Aunt Emily's brass fender. Oh, you can't help but wonder.
Well, you'd best get rid of it all now. Just think, a room like this could come in very handy.
You've been talking to Seth Armstrong, you have. Well, I can tell you this much. I'm not going to be rushed into making a decision as I might regret.
Quite right. Never be rushed. But he has got a point, you know. It could be very handy, this room.
Talking about me, were you?
What are you doing here at this time of morning?
Just out for my morning stroll.
Oh, well, if you're well enough for a stroll, aren't you well enough to get back to work?
Only good time, Amos. Now then, Henry, I've called to see if he's having second thoughts.
I'm having naught to do with it. I've got work to do.
It's a great idea, though, Amos. Us old uns in here, enjoying a bit of peace and quiet. Young uns out there, making a lot of noise and talking daft. And everybody happy.
Oh, aye.
And everybody spending money. Supping, spending money like water. You'd be coining it in.
And what if I refuse to do out about it?
You'd lose it all. Them down to Black Bull in Hotton, or straight back to Ernie Shuttleworth's.
Hiya!
What are you doing here?
Oh, thanks very much. You can go if you like.
I could get the sack for this.
All right, I'll go then.
Look, I want a word with you.
Make your mind up.
Look, I went out of my way to put a good word in for you. I don't enjoy grovelling to Alan Turner.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I didn't get the job.
You turned it down, that's what he told me.
Well, that's what I came to tell you.
Look, Elsa, I felt sorry for you. Desperate to find a job, that's what you said.
I don't need anybody to feel sorry for me, thanks.
Look, I shouldn't have said that, I'm sorry. I just want to know what happened. Why you turned it down.
Well, if you must know, it was his attitude.
Whose attitude?
Turner's. The way he treated me, the way he talked. I can't stand all that.
Or what?
Well, I can't be sure. But I shouldn't be surprised if he's a bit of a dirty old man.
A dirty old man? He could have you in court for that.
I don't know what you're laughing for. He patted my knee, put his hand on my shoulder, suggested I might have to work late. My mum would go mad if I told her.
He was trying to impress you. I know him. You see, he's not like that.
Why should he want to impress me? I was the one looking for the job.
Look, if I go and have a word with him, ask him to give you another chance, will you see him again?
Well,
Oh, go on. Hey, what have you got to lose?
if you think it'll do any good.
Well, I'll see you in the Woolpack at dinner time. And don't worry about it. It'll be all right, okay?
So, how are you feeling? There you go.
I'm all right. I don't need all this fussing. Just got a bad cold, that's all. More to the point, how are you?
Me? I'm fine.
Not what I've heard. What's all this about Southampton?
Oh, that'll be Jack, I suppose.
Well, he's worried about you. So am I.
I have to go, if only for my own peace of mind.
Look, you can tell me to mind my own business if you like, but don't you think it's rather dangerous meddling with this clairvoyant rubbish?
But is it, though? I rang her. She knew all about me getting married in the borrowed wedding dress. She knew Jackie's name, everything.
Who's to know how they find out these things? They're up to all sorts of tricks, you know. Please, for my sake, love, don't go.
No one's been more sceptical than me. I've lain awake worrying about it. I know it might sound stupid, but... well, I feel as if Jackie's telling me to go. got to go down and see her.
Extraordinary behaviour.
No, honestly. It's simply because she was so overawed at meeting you.
Really?
You see, she's desperate for that job. Between you and me, Alan, I think she's got a bit of a soft spot for you.
Oh, maybe I could see her again, perhaps this afternoon.
Oh, good man. You'll not regret this. Can I buy you a drink?
Oh, yes, thank you. The same again.
Yeah, same again.
Had any more thoughts about opening that old tap room up, Amos?
Chef, I have not.
Can be good for business. Them real ale campaigners like a pub with more than one room. And they're very partial to traditional games, like dominoes. I could order a skip for all that old junk.
That is antique. Don't you push your luck. You know what he's like.
Amos, can I just have a word in private? It's about the tap room. I might be able to help.
Tell you the truth, I'm sick at the sound of that old tap room.
Yeah, of course you are. But, well, you'd be daft not to open it up. Looking at it as a family room, we could use it in the winter, and in the summer it could be a place for customers with kids. The kids on Coke and crisps while their parents are in this bar spending a fortune.
So sure, kids are okay, but as for you lot, I heard all about that trouble down at Black Bull. I'd not want any of that.
No, of course you wouldn't. You see, what if I gave you my word just to keep an eye on things? You know, make sure there's no underage drinking and no bad language. Anyway, I don't want to rush it, but you go away and have a think about it.
Perhaps I could...
No. Not another word, Amos. And don't say a thing to Seth.
Nick.
Oh, thanks. Right, now listen, I've had a word with Alan Turner and told him it was all a mistake, you turning down the job. So I want you to go over there in half an hour.
What am I to say? I'll be dead embarrassed.
Ah, rubbish. Just show him how smart you really can be. Turn on the charm, you know, bags of confidence.
Do you think so?
Yeah, you've got nothing to lose. Anyway, you'll never get a job anyway if you don't put on a bit of an act. Look at me. I don't know the first thing about gardening, but there's no way I would have let Frank Tate know that. Sometimes you just got to go in there and make it up as you go along.
What you having?
Oh, nothing, thanks. I can't stop long. Everything all right for tonight?
Well, I hope so.
What do you mean you hope so? Nothing's gone wrong, is it?
Are you sure you still want to go?
Don't you start. It's all I've had all day. I haven't got cold feet, if that's what you're thinking.
No, but I think I might have. Christopher Tate's onto us, I'm sure he is.
So what? It's got nothing to do with him.
Don't you believe it? Look, I'm not supposed to carry passengers. I could lose my job.
I thought you were freelance.
I am, but the bulk of my work comes from the Tates.
Oh, I see.
What's his interest in you anyway?
None, as far as I'm concerned. Look, George, I don't want to get you into trouble, but I've got to get to Southampton, if only to satisfy my curiosity. I'll go on the train if needs be.
Look, couldn't you dress up? You know, put on a bit of makeup.
These jeans are clean on, and this jumper.
Yeah, but, well, haven't you got a dress? It's just that a dress would make you look more, well, more...
More what? And look, Nick, I'm sick of all this. If this is what you have to do just to get a lousy ET job, I'm not ashamed of wearing jeans.
Ah, but you're ashamed of wearing a dress?
I didn't say that. It's just I'm going over there after a job. I'm not going over to turn him on. I suppose you think that's all part of it.
No, of course I don't. Look, I'm only trying to help. How about just a bit of makeup?
All right. But he better not think it's a come-on.
You're not still annoyed?
Leave it alone, Frank.
Oh, come on. We got them, didn't we?
It's my business. We agreed. I make the decisions.
Yes, and it's my money, and you've just spent quite a lot of it. You've got to remember, this is just the beginning. We don't have an endless budget.
But we really needed 4 mares. We're not going to grow anywhere near quick enough with 3.
Listen, Kim, we've got to stable and feed these 3, hire in a stallion, invest in buildings and staff. We can't just rush in.
It would have worked. I had it budgeted.
Believe me, it's going to be fine. Right, I've got my own business to attend to. I'll see you later. Hello.
What's up with him? I had a bit of a tiff. He wouldn't let me buy my 4th broodmare.
Why not? I thought you had it all arranged.
Oh, prices are running a bit higher than we expected. But I could easily have found the extra. Why does he have to interfere? It is my business.
Oh dear, you sound just like Chris.
Yeah, well, I know how he feels now.
Have you got a stallion sorted?
Not yet, no. We're looking at one Doncaster way, but I'm not sure at the moment. Although your father likes him.
Oh, God, your father. Come on. I've left the kettle on in there. I think you need it. Yeah.
If I may say so, Miss Feldman, not only are you looking most attractive, but there seems a marked improvement in your attitude.
Thank you, Mr. Turner.
You see, the person I'm looking for must be prepared to give me her undivided attention. Mrs. Bates, the previous holder of the position, she was on the job morning, noon and night.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Good. Good. Only last time you seemed a little unhappy about that.
It's my mum, see. She worries if I'm out late. But obviously, if she knew I was here, and my brother will always pick me up if it's dark.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Well, how's your figure? Your figure assessment, you know, VAT, that sort of thing.
Maths was my best subject at school.
Good. Well, I must say, Miss Feldman, you have impressed me enormously this afternoon.
And I've got the job.
Well, it might be a little premature to say that, but you're certainly very high on my list.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. I'd be so proud to work for a man who's as highly respected as you are in the village.
Well.
How's she doing?
Well, she certainly isn't going to have it easy. Just hope I don't have to call the vet. Another 50 quid.
Annie was telling me about the NRA fine. I'm sorry.
No, teach me to be more careful. Are you off then?
If you don't mind. I feel awful leaving you.
I wish you wouldn't go, Kath. A lot of superstition, you know. Nothing but a bunch of charlatans exploiting other people's grief. This is what's real. This cow about to give birth. Wasting my breath, aren't I?
There we are. About 15 minutes.
All smells great.
To a quiet, peaceful evening. Cheers.
You sound apprehensive. Your friend won't be joining us then?
Oh, I do hope not, Philip. He's up to his eyes giving birth. Cows, that is.
I see. It's hard to imagine you living on a farm.
Yes, isn't it? Actually, we tend to lead our own separate lives, Jack and I. We make very few demands on each other.
Very early 90s.
I'm so sorry. Jack's son. I'd better see what he wants.
It was your daughter who suggested I should look in.
What the devil does he do that for?
What about the compensation from the Sugdens for the slurry pollution?
Compensation? I've got better things to do with my time. Left! Use your left!
See, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, there's something else. I want you to remove your horse. I'm going to need the space.
But we had an agreement.
Did we? I don't remember signing anything.
Well, maybe nothing in
Oh,
writing,
come
but
on. Get into him! So, if you'd move it by the end of the week. Oh, and before you go, I want some information. The Feldmans. They're the last of my sitting tenants, aren't they?
You should know.
When you were in charge here, a bit slipshod, were they? Paying the rent, I mean?
Yes, always. I usually had to send them a stiff note or even go and see them myself. It's a bit of a coincidence, really. I'm thinking of employing their daughter in my office.
Mother, daughter, and son, am I right?
Yes, why the interest?
They owe me 9 months' rent. I'm afraid if they don't pay it, they're going to have to move on. I'm not a charity, Turner.
I'm dreadfully sorry, Philip. The child has been sick. Over everything. What are you doing?
Well, I'm afraid it was beginning to burn. I thought it best to get it out of the oven.
Oh, this is ludicrous. I asked you here to eat dinner, not to cook it.
Don't mind me.
Oh, hi. You must be Jack.
Hello. I can't manage on my own. I'm going to lose her if I don't get the vet. Come on, come on.
What's wrong?
Oh, take no notice, Philip. Let's enjoy our meal before it gets cold.
Nothing we can do, I suppose.
No good at pulling out a calf with a length of rope, are you?
Well, there's always a first time for everything. If you want a hand, I'm quite willing.
Jack, you swore you'd stay away this evening.
It's an emergency, woman. Oh, you must be out on a call. Come on, Philip, old boy. I'm going to broaden your horizons.
I don't believe this. I do not believe this.
If you can just pop it back into the oven, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Jack, I'm warning you!
We can't put up with this much longer than ours, Amos. Wilfie will be back to Mount Sugar at this rate.
What am I going to do, Mr. Wilkes? Wilf is our star domino player.
You know, I can't do with all this noise. Not at my age, you know.
Now, if we had that oak tap room, we could be having a quiet game of dominoes.
So I said I'd be proud to work for a man who's so highly respected as you, Mr. Turner. And did he fall for it? Hook, line and sinker. Oh.
There you go. It's amazing what a bit of makeup can do.
See what a girl has to go to these days just to get a lousy ET job?
Yeah.
Oh, don't get all feminist on me.
No, she's right, Nick. Somebody shouldn't get a job just because they fancy her.
Oh, I don't know. It's the sort of thing that happened to me at home phone.
Oh, yeah? You're a barrel of laughs tonight.
Oh, sorry. Bad day one way or another.
Kim's hoping you'll come up and see the new arrivals. The horses.
Oh, should have think how much that lot cost. Anyway, I'm off. Gotta pop into the yard.
Hey, Nick, I want a word.
It's quite an experience. She might clean up.
That's it, Jack. This is the end.
It's worked. The room all to ourselves from tomorrow. Nobody over 25.
Yeah. But, only on following conditions: no underage drinking, no noise level unacceptable to lounge customers, no dancing, singing or gambling, and none of them their acid parties.
Thanks a lot. I couldn't have managed without you.
Don't mention it.
Right. I'm going. I've had enough of your selfishness. Don't try and follow me.
Will, Sarah be all right?
Sure. Just a bit highly strung at the moment. I'm sorry about all this.
Not to worry. I had it myself off and on. No, not with Sarah, of course.
Like another drink?
Wouldn't say no. Thanks.
The car won't start. I shall leave in the morning.